The 2016 Nissan Versa Note. If you are looking for a 5-seat hatchback that costs less than $20,000, and I mean well below $20,000, you're looking at it right here. I'm Jay, and welcome to this episode of Car Buzz Unboxing Reviews, and I want to thank Future Nissan for letting us come on down and film today. So the Nissan Versa Note. Now, the Versa Note is the 5-door hatchback version of the Nissan Versa subcompact sedan, and this car first went on sale in the US for the 2013 model year. Now, when I say 5-seater with 4 doors, I don't include the rear liftgate door. So that's why they call a hatchback, such as this one, a 5-door. And pretty much what you see is what you get. Like I said, this is a very base economy car. It's for those who just need basic, reliable transportation. They need to get from point A to point B and back. Just a good go-around town car. And they just don't want to break the bank while doing it. Now, you have to remember, there are some people out there who, unlike some car enthusiasts like myself, they're just not really into cars, and they want reliable transportation. And this is what the Nissan Versa Note is good at. It is good Japanese build quality and reliability, and I think a lot of people do find this car quite attractive. What I actually do like about it is the exterior design here. This is painted super black. It's got 16-inch alloy wheels. It's an overall nice looking design. I'll get to more of the exterior details in a few minutes, but first I'm going to show you this interior. This is charcoal. That's the official color. Comes with a lot of nice standard features such as 6-way adjustable driver seat, 4-way adjustable front passenger seat. This one also has heated front seats as well, and a round view monitor, an audio system with 4 speakers and USB input with iPod control, Bluetooth, as well as the Nissan Connect infotainment system with navigation and mobile apps. I'll show you that in a moment as well. Now, which I found this a little troubling here, especially for a Nissan, which is a brand that I really like. Some of the fit and finish materials inside the car were a little on the cheaper end, meaning some more harder plastics as opposed to the soft touch plastics that you find on more expensive models such as the Altima and the Nissan Maxima. But then again, that makes sense. There has to be some cost-cutting measures here in order to justify its price tag. And speaking of which, the price tag. Now, I'll get to the actual price of this particular car that we tested in just a few more minutes, but the base price for a 2016 Nissan Versa Note is $14,230. So yeah, that's why you're going to see a few cost-cutting measures in favor of a low base price. Now, like I said, this is a 5-seater. You can get 2 in the front, 3 in the back, and the rear seats do fold flat. The rear seat it's roomy enough. Now, if any adult is particularly tall, they will be uncomfortable back here. But what I did like is that you can get 3 children back here fairly comfortably for them. And you got to remember, for some families, they don't all want or need or can even afford a crossover, because crossovers are getting kind of expensive, and having a 5-door hatchback, an affordable one, especially like this one, is a very good alternative for a lot of people. And again, the overall dashboard design, it's very simple, very straightforward. And this is actually the top of the line Nissan Versa Note. There are a total of 5 trims. You have the S, the S Plus, the SV, the SR, and the SL, which is this one right here. What do you get with the SL? Well, for an example, you have the Nissan Connect with its 5.8-inch screen. And I reviewed Nissan Connect before in other models, Nissan models specifically, such as like the Murano, the Altima, the Maxima, and yeah, I like Nissan Connect. It's a nice system. I do like Ford Sync 3 even better though. The system Nissan Connect is a little dated, but overall it's very intuitive and fairly easy to use. Now, Nissan describes Nissan Connect as it's hands-free technology. It works right with your smartphone and your Nissan's display screen to help you stay in touch with the outside world from inside the car. It's loaded with features and a growing list of apps that let you play your music, keep tabs on your social network, and navigate any city like a local, like you live there. Now, on the base model Versa Note, you can get a 5-speed manual transmission. That right there is a CVT, which stands for continuously variable transmission. You can't get the 5-speed manual on the top-of-the-line SL here, and I think that's kind of a shame because the CVT here, in my opinion, is just only okay. I think a 5-speed manual is much more enjoyable to have. And there's your USB port right there. Now I like this feature here. You have this dual glove box design. That's smart design right there. And when you have such a small subcompact car like this, every little bit of storage space helps. And having that dual glove box, it's just one more thing to have. And even though this is such a base transportation type car, of course you can get power locks and windows. Now what's interesting is only a couple of years ago, there were some cars such as the Nissan Versa that didn't even have standard power doors and locks. Now obviously that has changed, but it just goes to show that when you go for the bare bottom price tag for a brand new car, you're going to have to make some compromises there. But like I said, this is the top of the line SL trim, and it's pretty much fully loaded as far as the Nissan Versa Note goes. You have, like I said, that 6-way adjustable driver's seat here. Notice that they're not electronically powered seats, they're just manual. And I've said this before, when you have electronically powered seats, the one problem with that is those electric motors one day, they stand a chance of burning out, and to get them replaced costs a lot of money. So just by having manually adjustable seats such as these right here, chances are they're not going to break. So you can drive a Nissan Versa Note into the ground, and I know a lot of people still like to do that. They only buy a brand new car maybe once every 10 years, maybe 12 years, and they just keep driving it until it's just no longer worth fixing. And I think you can do that with this Nissan Versa Note here. See, in the rear seat, yeah, it's fairly spacious. Plenty of leg room, knee room, and headroom as well. The headroom, that's what's nice about having a hatchback design. So how does it drive? Well, for starters, this one has cruise control, so there's that. It's not at all a sporty ride. Not anything, let's say, kind of like a Honda Fit, which has maybe a little bit more of a sportier feel, or even a Ford Fiesta. This is really nothing more than a basic commuter car with extra space that a hatchback delivers. And there it is, that so-called fifth door for the rear cargo holder. You have 60/40 split folding rear seats. Then you also have another interesting feature. It's called divide and hide adjustable floor, which just makes better use of interior space. Now, in terms of safety, this car has driver and front passenger airbags, side impact airbags, and curtain airbags, ABS brake system, traction control, dynamic control, electronic brake force distribution, and brake assist, as well as a tire pressure monitoring system. Now, in terms of actual crash testing, the U.S. government has given it 4 stars in every crash test category except for one, the side impact crash test, where it received 5 stars. But the reason why for all those 4-star ratings, again, is because this car dates back to around 2012, 2013. And yeah, it's starting to show its age. All right, what do we got under the hood here? Well, it's pretty basic, actually, but it does the job well enough. 1.6 liter inline 4 with 109 horsepower and 107 pound-feet of torque. Power goes directly to the front wheels through, like I mentioned, that CVT. This is the only engine offered. You can't get anything else, and it's suitable. Well, let's give it a listen here, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so performance. Well, get ready for it. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 9.9 seconds. Top speed, about 109 miles per hour. Like I said, this is pretty much the exact opposite of a performance car. It is a commuter car. Fuel economy, this is good for commuters. 31 miles per gallon in the city, 40 on the highway, and a combined 35 miles per gallon. Pretty good. Total weight, about 2,525 pounds. Here you have these the 16-inch alloy wheels. Now, in the base model, it comes with 15-inch wheels instead. But this base model, the S trim, still comes with, like I mentioned, that 5-speed manual, which actually I prefer that over the CVT. Air conditioning, Bluetooth, a CD player, but no infotainment system. Again, base model, what do you expect for about $14,000? Now, some other exterior features here. You have chrome multi-reflector halogen headlights, chrome accented front grille, fog lights, and body color power outside heated mirrors. But I like this exterior design, more so than the interior. I think Nissan did a nice job with the Versa Note as opposed to the Versa sedan, which I'm not a big fan of. I just think it looks kind of like a stubby-looking Altima, if you want my opinion. So the exterior, great. All right, so what do I like about this? Well, for starters, it's a nice exterior design, and it looks kind of sporty. What don't I like? Well, it's not sporty, and it's not really all that much fun to drive. What I think is more fun to drive is the competition. Speaking of which, what is it? As I already mentioned, you have the Honda Fit, the Ford Fiesta, the Chevrolet Sonic, Hyundai Accent, Kia Rio, and the Toyota Yaris. Now, of all those that I mentioned, I think I would prefer the Honda Fit. I did an unboxing review of that as well, and I'm a really big fan of that little subcompact car. Now, in terms of pricing, let's talk about that. Like I mentioned earlier, the base price for the Nissan Versa Note, the S trim, is $14,230. Now, our SL, which is the top of the line, it started off at $18,710, plus an $835 destination fee, along with about another $200, $300 worth of splash guards and carpeted floor mats and cargo mat. Grand total for the car you're looking at, $19,915. So yeah, you're still under that $20,000 mark. And there's really not that many extra features that you can get on this. But I do like the way that, as I mentioned, what I like is the fact that Nissan did what they could, their designers, with this exterior. If you can see it in the black paint there, the character line going right through the door handles and going down towards the front wheel. I think that's a nice touch there. And the overall stance is good. The proportions are nice. And when you go into subcompact car territory, whether it's a hatchback or a sedan, sometimes the dimensions just look a little off here. But I don't think that's the case here with the Nissan Versa Note. But the bottom line here is that this is a good overall value. For a roughly late model used car price, you can buy a new car like this one. Now, some people, they only want to buy new cars. Other times, they only want to buy late model used cars, basically to let somebody else pay the depreciation. If we're up to me, if you really want a new car, but you want to spend under $20,000, this is a great choice. And like I said, you get 40 miles per gallon highway. That's pretty good here. Are there definitely more exciting cars out there like the Honda Fit? Yes, but the Honda Fit, it does get a little bit more expensive. But I'm out of time for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any more questions for me, just leave them in the comment section below. And any suggestions for future reviews, also leave those in the comment section. And I'll see you in my next review. Thanks for watching, everyone.